As we know, Congress can sometimes be a contentious and difficult place. For Catholic members, many rely heavily on their faith to get them through these challenges. Republican Congressman Pete Stauber, a former police officer and minor league hockey player who represents Minnesota's 8th Congressional District, shared how his faith keeps him grounded.
You know, my Catholic faith means everything to me. Literally, as I get older, I realize how precious it is to be able to go to daily mass, you know.
Republican Congressman Pete Stauber says spending quiet time with the Lord is a lifelong practice that he's learned from his parents.
I live it. I live it. I love it. And, you know, I pray every day. I just don't pray at mass in the morning and say my rosary in the morning. I pray every single day. I pray before a big speech. You know, I pray before a big vote. You know, prayer is a big part of my life and my family's life, and I believe in the power of prayer.
A practice he and his wife Jody, an Iraq War veteran and Catholic convert, have instilled in their family.
You know, we know that God doesn't answer our prayers sometimes right away, but he answers them in the time that he believes is right for you. And, you know, for me, I when it's God's time, when I'm asking for help or whatever, he provides that to me in his time. Like they say, if you ever want to make God laugh, tell him your plans.
A crucifix hangs prominently with pictures of his family in his office. The former Duluth police officer says he loved his work, but adds he can help more people from his seat in Congress.
Being in politics and having your faith follow you, right, guide you, direct you, it can be difficult. But at the end of the day, I can look in the mirror and say that I did my best to do God's will for that day.
Was there anybody growing up that really made an influence in your life?
I think my mother. My mother's a strong Catholic. My mom and dad say the rosary every day. They're strong, you know, in their faith, in their Catholic faith.
Congressman Stauber was part of a delegation that went to Vatican City for the funeral mass of Pope Francis. He tells me he was in St. Peter's Square several years ago and had a personal interaction with Pope Francis.
The Pope Mobile stopped and his aide grabbed my zucchetto. He gave his aide on his head. And I remember grabbing it and it was warm, still warm to the touch from being on the Pope's head. And then he put mine on.
How amazing is that? Here's something else you may not know. Congressman Stauber says, well, in Washington, D.C., he shares a Capitol Hill home with a few other men of Congress. They have nightly check-in system, holding each other accountable. He says it's important to surround yourself with other faith-filled men.